Okie doke. All right, great, thank you. I just want to take about 5 minutes to update you on the current status of medical aid in dying that was just mentioned in the video, because DC, where the video was done, is one of the places it is available. But before I do a dive into that, I want to clarify the difference between medical aid in dying and active euthanasia. I've often heard people say, I wish we treated people who are suffering at the end of life as kindly as we treat our pets. I've said it. I've heard plenty of people say it. And I remember when a home visit vet came to end my tabby cat's suffering, and using a pair of injections to stop her heart, it was very quick and painless. That is active euthanasia, when a doctor actively ends the life. It's the only option with animals because obviously they cannot choose and they cannot self-administer drugs. However, the federal government and all 50 states prohibit active human euthanasia under general homicide laws. Basically, you can't ask a doctor to kill you, or anyone else for that matter. Note that the withdrawal of treatment or life-sustaining machinery is sometimes called passive euthanasia and is a whole other discussion that we won't get into right now. But the current option for people, as opposed to active euthanasia, in just 10 states and DC, is medical aid in dying, MAID. It was previously called physician-assisted suicide, and it's generally highly restricted. The New York State Bar Association defined medical aid in dying, and here's where the restrictions are: when a terminally ill, mentally competent adult patient who is likely to die within 6 months takes prescribed medicines, which must be self-administered to end suffering and achieve a peaceful death. As you can tell from that definition that's very tight, many people who could benefit from assistance to end their suffering, even in a state that permits it, cannot, because they lack the mental or physical agency. And note that by definition, your POA cannot request it on your behalf, no matter what you request ahead of time. Medical aid in dying laws are handled at the state level entirely. They may also be called right to die, aid in dying, or death with dignity laws. 39 states effectively prohibit medical aid in dying, and Pennsylvania is one of them. Pennsylvania Criminal Statute 2505 states that it is a second-degree felony if suicide or attempted suicide results. And this is unlikely to change anytime soon due to the influence of the Catholic bishops in Harrisburg. So if you wanted to obtain medical aid in dying, where could you go? Well, state one is Montana. It is an outlier in that it permits medical aid in dying by way of a state Supreme Court case in 2009. And so far, their legislature has been completely bollocksed up and has provided no legal regulations. It really is the Wild West. DC and 9 states currently permit medical aid in dying by statute. The presenter in the film was overly optimistic. Delaware and Massachusetts have not joined. New Jersey, and some of you may live in Jersey, is the state closest to us that permits medical aid in dying. However, it has a residency requirement and a 15-day waiting period. The only states that do not have residency requirements are Vermont and Oregon, and of course, Montana so far. If you want more information about liberal European countries such as Switzerland or the Benelux countries, I suggest starting with the website procon.org. That's procon.org. So there you have it. We're going to be moving into our breakthrough groups, which are largely the same as last week.